Well, food prices are soaring and it's becoming increasingly difficult to put food on the table. The ailing economy has left many without jobs, while often salaries do not even cover basic needs. So to find out how to save when buying food, we're now joined by Stockpiling Queen Ncumisa Ndelu, who joins us this morning. Ncumisa, thank you so much, Queen, for joining us. And I'm really excited for you to share these tips with us because, indeed, even in our viewer question, we made reference to how expensive food is and how the 350 Rand social relief grant is not even enough to cover the normal food basket. So let's talk about that first, how expensive it is just to get the basics.
It's been unbearable this past few months, and I don't think things are going to get any better anytime soon. We've seen a couple of items going down, but it's definitely still very unbearable. That puts the responsibility on us, the consumers, to say we must make the necessary adjustments and adapt to the current situation so that we can live. Otherwise, if we're not ready to make the adjustments, we are not going to survive.
Indeed, and we're looking at a graphic right now, Ncumisa, showing, increases, the largest price changes between August and September of this year alone. Sunflower oil, I don't know when was the last time I bought the big-sized oil, cooking oil, Ncumisa. It's so expensive, but also looking at tomatoes, increasing by 25%, things like onions, 23.5%. I mean, what does this mean for a family that's living below the poverty line, a family that probably has so many family members that obviously need food to survive?
You make a reference to cooking oil. I really thank the universe for teaching me how to stockpile because when it was when it was 250 Rand, I didn't have to buy it. I bought it for the first time this past weekend when Checkers had a sale, and it was 109 Rand. And that is how we need to learn to buy these days. Don't buy something because you need it right now. Buy it because you know that your family uses it every day. Keep it in your home and then use it. But also, let's teach our kids not to say, Mommy, there is no cooking oil. Mommy, cooking oil is at halfway. Please buy cooking oil. Because things like that give you space to look for cheaper prices, to look for a better deal. Because right now, we really cannot afford to buy on need. Because when you buy on need, you're under pressure because you need the item right now. We need to be buying because we want something. Secondly, when you buy something when you want it, you have plenty of time to do your homework and look for the best price. Because right now, shopping is really an extreme sport. It's something that starts within your home when you prepare before leaving the house. Because if you don't prepare, you will find yourself losing money. And that is what families just need to do. And as we're having this conversation now, this conversation must end within the news. It must be a conversation that you have with your mom. It must be a conversation that you have with your kids, because everyone in the home must take responsibility for what is going on now. Otherwise, nobody's going to survive.
I like the tip you give about cooking oil, to say that have enough room to go and source the best price while it's still halfway. We're going to get into more of those tips in just a moment, Ncumisa. But first, before we do that, help me understand the definition of food stockpiling. What does it actually mean?
Stockpiling, I always say it's bulk buying that went to private school. You don't just into a shop and buy a lot of stuff. You buy more, price is low, which means you save money. And also you reduce your grocery bill. How? Let's say, for example, you're buying cooking oil every month. I'm going to use the example of cooking oil. If you stockpile cooking oil, you've already removed 250 Rand from your monthly grocery bill for a few months. That allows you to buy something else or direct the 250 Rand towards something else. So for me, that is how I choose to buy things like detergent, things that have a long shelf life, your grain, your pastas, your paper products. Those are things that you can afford to buy in bulk and keep in your home, and then you replenish the perishables on a monthly basis. But things you do that,
you know what?
Also you learn. You also learn to repurpose. There are many products that you can use for more than one purpose. I mean, my favorite is pine gel. That thing is boss.
You and my mom will agree on this one because she can't survive without pine gel. But also, I think that's why sometimes you see yourself going to a convenience store and spending so much and thinking, why is food so expensive? Because there wasn't proper planning. And I like the idea that you give us the tip about looking at your paper, products, your detergents, and stockpiling on those. And that could save you a lot of money because that oftentimes, contributes to that huge bill. So when is the best time then, Ncumisa, in your opinion, to start stockpiling on some of those products?
When I say stockpiling is an extreme sport that is absolute fun, it means, as Tumelo, you must know your shop's cycle. You know when your shop usually has a sale. So you must plan around those times. Don't just walk into a store and hope that you will find something cheap. You know that after 4 weeks, you know that it depends on your store. Those are things that you must begin to study. And also when you walk into a store, do not just buy what you're buying and get out. Do some homework, look at prices so that you will recognize a good deal when you see it, because if you don't know what the original price is, you will not know a good deal when you see one.
Listen, I'm starting today. When I knock off here, 9 a.m., if you see me at any shop doing my homework, please don't judge me because I need to be a better spender when it comes to food. Ncumisa, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Stockpile founder Ncumisa Ndelu, giving us some advice, saying, listen, it will be an extreme sport, but it will be worth your while.
And I was just thinking, I had a good laugh now when Ncumisa was talking about know your shop cycle.
Yes.
My wife is very, very good at this.
Is it?
It's like an extreme sport. I think she turns it into like a game. Here's a tip for you.
Yeah.
The best specials, and you have to watch your budget.
Okay.
If you use it, don't use it. It's up to you. Tell me if you do the same thing. Is the 5 days right now, from the 20th, 5 days before payday.
Right.
Your store will generally come out with specials because obviously people have run out of money in the month.
Okay.
So the stock is sitting on the shelves. So they start bringing down the prices of things. It's about 5-7 days before payday, which most people is the 25th. So if you can hold back, that's the grocery money, then stockpile off those last 5-7 days before payday. So around about now, you'll see how many specials come out. Just, free consumer advice.